Hi Michelle, can you tell me your full name and what you do at SAS?
Sure. I'm Michelle Buchecker, and I am the Regional Education Director for the Midwest region. So I develop courses, I teach courses, and manage a staff of 6 training centers.
Great. So what are some of the latest course materials that you've been working on for SAS education?
Sure. We have a lot coming out in the solutions area. So if I view the courses by complete course list, ActiveX to run. If I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a lot of our SAS solutions, customer intelligence, we have a lot in risk, merchandise intelligence is very hot right now. So most of our focus has started to be in the solutions arena. So in the customer intelligence area, you can see we have a lot for CI Studio, digital marketing, web analytics, marketing optimization, which seems to be very hot topics.
That's great. Do you actually teach or come up with the content for the courses?
I do both. Yeah, most of my time is spent teaching, so I teach a lot of the core courses, Programming 1, Programming 2, Macro, Advanced Macro, and also the BI courses, especially OLAP, Information Map Studio, Web Report Studio. But I have created several courses as well. I helped create the OLAP course in its infancy, and have created several e-lectures, which are short 20 to 40 minute topics that people can just get small instances of. So I did the SAS Connect ones on distributed and parallel processing.
Can you describe to me all the different formats, such as you mentioned the e-version, the instructor-based training? Can you just briefly describe all the different kinds and then what they are?
Sure. We have instructor-based training, which is in-classroom training, and we have over 28 training centers in the United States. So there's always a training center nearby, and if some people can't travel to a training center, we also teach classes live over the web, and it is the same content. Because live web classes are tough to take a full day worth, we only teach them in half-day sessions, so you can get your work done in the morning, take the class in the afternoon. We still have computer hands-on exercises, so you can get on and play with the material and reinforce it, and those have been very popular.
In those cases, can you submit like sample code and run and test it out?
Yeah, we always have hands-on exercise, and if you get to the point where you go, I'm stuck, help me, instructor, then an instructor can go in and shadow your machine, and then you can say, oh, you're missing a semicolon here, or whatever the problem is. So it's almost like being in the class. You're just sitting at your desk, and I'm sitting at my desk.
Is there normally a many-to-one relationship between the student versus the instructor?
Yes, for our live web courses, we tend to cap it at 25, so we can make sure we have a good student-to-instructor ratio. We always have 2 instructors. Most of the classes have 2 instructors for the live web class, 1 to answer chat questions and 1 to teach the course. So you have 2 instructors available to you. And in our instructor-based training in the classroom, depends on the training center, but it's usually somewhere between 10 and 20.
Okay, so so far you do the instructor-based training and you also do the live web. What are the other formats of training?
Yeah, we also have e-learning, so that's some nice self-paced e-learning courses. So we have it in 2 different categories. We have something called e-courses, and e-courses are full in-depth courses that have quizzes, practice demos, exercises to really reinforce the concepts, and that is a one-to-one match with our instructor-based courses. So you could take Programming 1 in the classroom, over the web, or as self-paced e-learning as it fits into your schedule. In addition to the e-courses, we have short e-lectures, which are 20 to 40 minutes in length most of the time. And we have several different e-lectures based on whatever it is you're interested in. So a lot of people like the programming courses, so if you need to do some parallel processing for SAS Connect, we've got that. We've also got some SAS Access, some additional SQL ones. If you're a macro person, call execute. So as you can tell, these courses really are usually pretty cheap, so each individual course might be something like $40. And we have several for the business users and BI content developers.
How would you describe the difference between the e-learning self-paced class, the live training, versus the lectures? They're all distinct differences, isn't it?
Yeah, the lectures are just short video topics, usually 20 minutes in length, and it's an instructor going through the PowerPoint slides and doing the demos, so you get a really concise look at a topic that we do not teach in any of our other courses. All of the e-lectures are topics we don't teach anywhere else. So they're very specialized in nature, versus the e-courses are a lot more broad in nature, and they have in-depth exercises that you can do.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, besides the lecture e-learn or self-paced. I'm trying to get all of the differences. Instructor-based. Is that all the different kinds, or are we missing anything?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We go to our training formats here. Oh, we also have on-site training, so if there's a course that you see but you don't see it listed on our website or it doesn't fit into your schedule, then we can always come to your site and train however many users you have at your site. We usually cap it at 15, just to make sure it's a good training experience for everyone.
Okay, so that's similar to the instructor-based, but it's in-person live.
Exactly, it's in-person live. We go to your site and teach that course specifically to the people at your site. And that's been very popular.
If the student's interested in the subject, can they also get the material via like a book, or is it only instruction through these courses?
Yes, most of our course notes are sold through the SAS Publishing website. So you can purchase the course notes through them.
So it's not required that you attend the course necessarily?
It's not required that you attend the courses, but if you do purchase the book, you do not get the data, and you do not have the ability to ask person questions.
Right. But when you attend the class, does that come with it as well?
Yes, it comes with the course notes, and we will also send you a link for the data. So if you don't have the opportunity to finish all your exercises in class, you can do it at home at a later date.
Okay. What would you say the major difference between the interactive versus like the lecture? Is there more like samples and tests and quizzes that you do?
Yes, there's plenty of quizzes. We say, okay, now that we've taught you this information and this is the e-course, go off and try to accomplish this exercise. So you'll fire up your SAS session, type your code in, or point and click your way through an enterprise guide, and then we'll ask you questions about how well it did, and you can answer yes or no. And then there's quizzes at the end of each chapter to make sure that if you pass the quiz, we say, oh, you can move on to the next session, or here's the issues that you came into. You might want to review this section of the material.
How would you say the different formats, what advantages of each? So, for example, what makes a course more suitable for an instructor versus an e-learning?
I don't think it's a course specific. I think it's whoever's the audience is. I think different people learn in different ways. Me personally, I'm much better if I have someone in my face telling me some information. I'm a really bad student when it comes to live web because I get so distracted with email and something else like that. I'm a really bad live web student, but some people prefer it. That is their modus of operandi. They really prefer having the ability to do their work in the morning, and then they can pay attention in the afternoon. And some people are like, you know what, I only have 30 minutes every day to devote to training. Self-paced is the right version for me.
Okay. Great. Thanks a lot, Michelle.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sai.